Hello. Okay. Oh. Just watching the tape here. Have to make sure we're not paused. 99.25 is the place to short. 99.11.2. Notice how they're sitting. They moved lower now, but the prints are thinned out. 13 trades. 10, 12, 20, 24. Okay, 24 at 99 even. Notice how it doesn't move up. Price explodes lower off of the 24 hitting and price not moving. This is a standard reversion play. The market is just balancing now down to VPOC at 98. Notice how the inside prints also pull on the bid between 50 and 25. 99.25 the short. 99.25. Okay, the short. So I'm fried, man. What do you want from me? Okay, 99.25 the short. Price breaks down on the 11. This is the same RPB I was looking at before I put this trade on. RPB return pullback back in the 98 even, which is where VPOC is. Notice how 19 hits at 25 and price moves lower. We hit it again and price moves lower again. 11 and 13 at VPOC. I zoned out because I was thinking again. We're gonna watch it 4 more times. 99.25. It's just the same absorption play over and over again. We come up, first of all, the tape at 25 is whatever, it doesn't matter. On the bid, see how there's only three. So price is sitting there. We're waiting for active participants to step in. 11 trades, 99 even. So the active participant steps in, right, and it's a seller. Now I want to see if the buyers counter rotate to the upside. Typically, at a BPB breakup pullback, you have to see pressure from the buyers on the inside prints to the upside. So somebody tries to move it at 19, and I think the sellers are going to trade against him and move it lower and either force him out or come back to the center of the distribution, which is exactly what happened there. That's one more time, we'll do it. Now, just for the sake of repetition, I want to watch the Q as price moves down. 99.11, same thing. 12. Now we're watching the Q. There's 8.29 on the bid, so it looks like the bid is spoofed down at 08.50 because there's a 41 and a 51 at 98.25. They try to hit buyers. I think those might just be small traders. If I were to watch the tape, it would probably be, well, it was a lump sum market order, and it was somebody buying, which tells me it was a breakout. If it was somebody selling, it would be the compression of it would be the compression back into the distribution. But I think it's a breakout. I'm also curious as to why liquidity waited when we got to 99 even. Because it makes me think, does the market need, it makes me think, does the market need at 99 even, uh, 99.25, 11? Makes me wonder, does the market need on inside prints participants to move lower? What I mean by that is buyers. Does it need buyers to show up so it can move lower against them, people to get out of the market, or for price to puke? That might be what the market is waiting for and why it sat at 99.25, because there's an absence of participants to trade against, pushing the market in either direction. Let me make sure I'm not muted. That we're gonna watch tape dry up at 97. 13, 97.50, down low 29. So sellers are pushing now into the low volume node of the low volume part of the distribution, value area low. The standard retracement for that would be tape drying up and then a buyer stepping in. There's also an 85 at 96.75, which tells me the floor could be here soon. It would probably be at 96.50 or 96.75, because the market seeks liquidity. Now, they pull in the Q stuffs, so it goes from 96.75 to 85. I'm going to watch that again. It goes from 85 to 100 on 96.75 is what I meant to say. $97 even, 96.75. We come down, right, and then immediately tape jumps 4 ticks. So I think the ask I think the Q on the ask side knew that they weren't going to provide liquidity to the sell side for 97 even up to 97.50, and that's why it jumped on very low volume, if any. Yeah, 5 7s and 1s. Was that even? And then like a 21 and a 13 by VPOC at 97.75. So price comes low down to here, 60. They stuff the Q on the bid side, and the ask pulls simultaneously. You can tell they stuffed it because it's a 109 and a 62. If it was just standard liquidity, well, it's kind of thick here. So I'm wrong, actually. See how it's like 70, 65, 82, 747. So it might be a bit lighter into the European session, but since we're getting close to the U.S. Open, it thickened up. So I think it was just the 106 at 96.75 that pushed the Q up, and the pulling of orders from sellers because they knew that the people at 97 and 97.25 on the inside print sell side were getting strung up, basically eaten alive. I forgot, I have to check my phone for something. 1 second. I forgot I was checking it for. It's gonna die anyways. There's me pulling twice. We come down, they don't hit 96.75. Tape dries up, 19 trades on the bid. 10 shows up. Can't move it lower than 12 at 97 even. I don't know if there's mold in this room or what. That's causing me to take labored breaths. It's pissing me off. Let me make sure I'm okay. focus on the trades here. $99, $99.25, 42, 49. Okay, so there's strong selling there. We're gonna watch how I got in. This is the same short at the ledge at 99. Just a stellar place to trade short term. 16 absorbed at 99.25. We're watching 99 even now. Okay, so same thing. Buyers hit it, they dry up. Sellers immediately step in and push it lower. And yeah, okay, now we watch it four more times. The jump from 99 to 98.75. 16.42 inside prints. 35, 16, 19. We move lower. 49 sells, and then 1 shows up. 20 trades. 98.75. 98.50. 11 trades. This is a strong sell pressure down back into the distribution, whereas the previous was less. There's more participation here, and buyers actively try to take it out again. You can tell that because first of all, there's a 42 at 99.25 on the inside prints, and then 33 trades at even, and then there's 40 on the Q sell side. So we're down ticking even. We're down ticking even before the inside prints show up. Sell side 99, 98.75. Which is interesting to think about. Yeah. So this is primarily Q driven to begin with. 18, 99, down to 58, 98.75. 26, 33, 42, 50, 99 even. 52. We move lower. 99, 98.75, 47. 1 trades. So there's clearly a fight at 99. Watch the profile on the left. Notice how it thickens up. We first see down ticking, active sell pressure from 98.75. Buyer shows up again on inside prints, throws 33 at even. The ask thickens up, 44 now on the sell. Notice how we can't move higher at 99 even. And then we come up 2 trades at 99.25. I think it might run here even just by sellers pulling the Q. Maybe if the 43 at 99.50 disappears, it doesn't. Then somebody throws 17s at 99 even. Price moves lower. I'm sorry, there's snot in my face. into my lungs. My arm hurts. I'm all sorts of scuffed, and I keep thinking about other things. 99.25. Okay. Same RPB. First willing participation from sellers to move lower at 98.75. Notice how there's 55 trading even before I put the trade on. It's 75 on the ask. Only 4 trades on the bid. The price is sitting at 98.75 now. It's flickering. 99 even. It sits here now. We move lower again. There's 36 at 99 even. There's 36 trade and 36 trades at 75 too. So buyers buy 2 ticks. They're trying to get a breakout started from 98.75. See the 36 there at 75? And then notice how the tape dries up at 99 even. And then it thickens up again. Yeah, but the problem is, so it ran 75 to 99 from huge buy pressure. I want to see if the distribution, the profile thickens up by a big amount. It kind of does, yeah. And then 99.75. Then tape dries up and price moves lower. I don't know if I've been like breathing into this mic. I feel rotten, boys. I feel rotten. 99 again. First is upticking. The absorption of sellers at 98.75. The sort of gusto from buyers. That's why somebody traded 56 at 99 even, because they hit 36 at 75 on the bid, absorbed 47 on the sell side, meaning it's in that part of the market, those 2 ticks are in their favor. See how they moved up on low volume, a 50 and a 36 opposed to a 47 at 98.75 and even 99 even. That means they're in control. So they probably see whoever bids 56 thinks the breakout is now, or for whatever reason, whoever threw 56 there. They see 36 at 98.75 outpace the 47 on the ask, and they throw in 56, and we're expecting a breakout now. I move my stop because I think I've seen this happen 1,000 times before. Price runs and then it slowly kind of skates back to the center part of the distribution. I think I'm in for a long one here if the tape picks up, and then eventually it'll find a floor, typically around my stop loss or at 7,000 even, where price will refuse to move further, and then it'll move lower off of that. If it's to stop, if we get up to 0125, it could reverse from there, or it could accept the distribution and move further up. But typically, I'm just playing the probabilities here. Less of the probabilities and more of the experience of me watching this price action skate. You know how we get to the LVN and come back to the distribution, even though my short's at the value area high. I'm bloviating. 42 trades, 49 now, down to the lows. Deep dries up there, 20 at 98.75, 1 for 98.50, 11, and then price moves lower. Two trades, 99 even, 42, price comes lower, 98.75, 20, 98.50, 11. I'm fried. We're gonna go till 9:10. We're gonna push it because it's all I have. We're gonna push it because all I have. It's all I have. And there's no point in running away from my work or things I necessarily have to do. I do that all the time. I'd rather be a little bit sleep deprived, or maybe a lot, and just keep going and just keep going. The absorption of sellers at 98.75, the sitting on the bid, that's bullish for them. The holding of 33 at 99 even on the bid. Uh, Back down to 12 temporarily. I want to see if sellers hit it. They don't hit it. Though there's strength there now because 14 traded and it moved to the low side, and then somebody absorbs 47 at 36. Price ticks up because of that. The Q on the ask side doesn't move. I think it's just the bid. Yeah, somebody hits the bid for one after they see 47 absorbed, but we're still holding 99. Did that trade? No. So somebody pulls the 50. See how there's 50 on the ask at 99, and then it goes from 50 to 39, and then one trades at 44, and boom, it's gone. 34, 35. Okay, so a buyer hit it. So it wasn't a spoof. It was an active participant. It was an active participant pushing price up 99.25. Notice how there's two on the inside prints. I've already said this before. I'm worried about me being in an 8 tick loser here. 44 trades, 49, 7, 98.75, 20 down to the lows, 98.50. I get scared here. That's emotion, me moving the stop. That didn't warrant anything. Price immediately moves lower, not on sell pressure, but from the Q shifting. Sellers know on the ask that they're in control here, as they took the initiative after buyers at 99.50 dried up. This is primarily this is primarily passive participant driven because 99.50 there's nothing there. Then we come down 98.50. Yeah, that's a good enough trade. We're gonna speed through this. We're gonna review the rest of the trades, and we're gonna go back to the day where I made $250 and review the one good trade that I made that I was really proud of, and we're gonna review that maybe 5, 10 times. I say 5 times, but I watch them and then I zone out. I need an Adderall prescription. I don't actually want to do Adderall. I thought about it, but I don't want to do it at all. I'd prefer to focus because it's so bad for you apparently. 9650, 30, 9675, 23. So I'm looking for the same thing here. If the Q pulls or shifts to the upside, like let's say the 23, let's say the 23 and the 28 on the ask pulls 97.25 and 97 even. That would be a decent indication, but what I'd like to see is either for it to be a flat stop at 96.50 where 30 trades on the ask and then buyers step in and move price higher by 2 ticks, or preferably is for tape to completely dry up on the ask on the inside prints and then for buyers to step in on the inside prints, and then I'll catch a back tick there. But if the market's moving too fast, they won't fill me there. 33 tape stops, price moves higher now. uh, Only one trades. We're watching 96.75 now. I get in here just because the Q pulls and they hold 75. Now notice how they don't hold 75. They sit at 50 for a longer period of time. So even if I win the trade, I could say, "Oh my goodness, I won the trade." But it's there's really not much in strength of tape that's holding this trade together. And then 13, 18 shows up. Now I know I'm going to win the trade, or I'm at least very certain. Well, if I was very certain, I'd say I know. Now I know I'm going to win the trade unless something changes. Okay, so 22 trades, then 5 trades. Buyers clearly want higher prices at 97. They're trying to push price up here. I'm watching the Q. Notice how the Q empties from 18 to 6. 11 trades. Buyers hit it again. Sellers are probably going to give up here, and 36 and 97.50 is probably going to empty. 14, 15. I'm watching 36 at 97.50 to empty. I think my Q position at 97.25 is going to get hit. They're going to let me out because we're at the thicker part of the distribution. That's where the majority of trade happens. And I think those orders are going to scare them off. And then it thickens up. Only 3 trades. I'm just waiting for somebody to hit. Why did that happen? Okay, look how there's 10 at 97 even on the bid, and there's 15 at 97.25 on the ask. 16, 12 and 12, 6 and 24, 97 and 4, 3 and 24, 97.25. I'm looking for. Well, the queue's probably going to empty. I just want to know if the sellers emptied the queue at 97.25 from 20 down to like 3 because buyers stacked up at 97 even. That's exactly what happened. Notice how 97 even. That's fascinating. Notice how 97 even buyers stacked up to 20 from like 4, and from 97.25 on the ask, it dropped down to 7. So it's like they jumped. It's like the liquidity jumped to the other side, and they fill me the trade's over. 96.75, 97, 4, 24, 10, 19, 12. right? 22, 18, 22, 5, 18, 15, 7, 18, 16, whatever. I'm just reading the Q numbers out. Who cares? The same thing happens. They hit 97 for 11. Then the Q swaps, as previously stated. We're supposed to watch the fill though. We'll start here. So there's evident sell pressure pushing us away from the value area. It looks like tape finally stops at 75 as a floor. $50, price moves lower, tape dries up. 96.75 now. Buyers in control. Even though the entry was kind of weak, the bid 13 96.75 is what's making me believe in holding the trade here. 32 97.25 we're looking to get out there. 18 trades at 97 even and 97 even, which is stellar. And then 11 trades at 97 even, we're looking to get out again. 15, 24, 7, 20. And they fill me. We're going to watch the fill again and the tape being absorbed. So it was a passive Q fill, meaning instead of active participants driving the price in the opposite direction from the maker perspective, from the market order perspective, from the LVN into the value area from buyers, which is what I wanted to see. It was just the Q shifting. It was sellers or buyers. I don't really understand how the Q works, as I should, coming to the common consensus that they were going to do business to the upside and they were going to hamstring the people down at 96.75. Notice how 96.50, 20 trades, right? And they can't get prices lower. And even though there's nothing on the Q, even though there's nothing on the inside prints, bid side, because that would require price to stick lower. I mean, nobody even wants to hit it for the buyer perspective. Now somebody hits it, but it's only 2 and 30, 17, 15. 17, 8, 23, 6. Okay. Notice the sellers want lower prices. The Q is just sitting there. There's nothing on the inside prints, but buyers they're sitting on 97 even after sellers push price lower on the inside prints. So the move was primarily inside print driven down to 96.50. Now tape is dried up. It's gone. I get in there. I would have preferred active participants, but so I'd maybe give this trade a 5 out of 10. In terms of like, it's half of what I wanted, because I only have maybe 3 metrics I look at when I enter a trade. 24, 11, 13. The 24 was fake. Now the 4 bids at 97. I want buyers to hold 75. I want them to show up again. Better than that, they hit 97 even. We uptick 13, 22. This one, 96.75. Notice how tape holds there. They try to hit 50. They come back to 75. I think, okay, we're good to go. It's the same trade I put on a second ago that I gave it a 5 out of 10. I take the 10 to be absorption at 50. I was immediately wrong because it's pushed lower on 21 and 70. The fact that it even held, 96.25 was 73 traded on the ask, is good enough for me. I got lucky there. I took a 2 tick loss. I could have taken a 1 tick loss. So it cost me 50% of my profits being indecisive. Part of me still wants to hang on and hope and pray instead of read the order flow. Maybe it'll come back, right? Maybe it'll come back. If I hope and pray, maybe it'll come back. We're going to watch it one more time. So we're in the LVN of right below the distribution at 96.75. 96.50. 10 trades. Right. 21, then 42 at 96.25. And I immediately get out, and that's with what could be interpreted as the shifting of an auction or the absorption of active buyers down at 25. Notice how there's a 35 on the inside prints. I want to know if I got out for a tick there though. If I got out for a tick, I'm going to be very happy. If it moved a tick lower, right? It doesn't look like I got out for a tick. No. I think I lost 2 ticks there. That's so horrible. It should have been a tick loss. I'm going to watch it again just to hit it in my memory. Because look, I got in on no active participant. Look, I got in on no buy pressure trigger slash condition from buyers, right? I only got in because 10 was absorbed at 96.50 and there was a hold of 75. And then a little bid at 96.75 from 14 to 24 after. So people thought, those people who put 14 to 24 at 96.75 thought the same thing as me. 96.50, 21 trades. Price moves lower and the tape explodes. Maybe somebody from the buy side exits their trade at 99 from 99 even, and they're getting out at 96.25, pushing the market lower. But there was simply no counter rotation from buyers in my favor. The people at 96.75 who threw the other 10 contracts were thinking the same thing I was, and they wanted to be the participant to absorb the 10 at 50, and that didn't happen. It just wasn't enough for me. So the same error I made up at 97.25 with that one trade, I made down here, and it actually cost me money. So those 2 trades, cancel each other out, and it's essentially a roll of the dice, which is obviously bad because it puts variance in my equity curve. On the plus side, there could have been a positive expectancy had I scratched for a tick, but instead of when I saw the 73 and 52, I should have just gotten out right there. don't know if I'm going to be able to sleep. I took a 200 milligram shot of caffeine at 4:30. At near 5. At 7. It's 9:21. It should be 5 hours later, right? Okay. 96.75. I'm gonna lose another trade down here, I think. 95.25. 95 even 1. Right. 40, 92, 95, 25. Seller steps in immediately. Same trade, same error. So the three trades had one common denominator here. All three trades had one lack of counter buyers in this case. Tape stop. Stops. $25. 22, 23, tape empties. I think, okay, we might be good to go. Notice how we tick up. Notice how we tick up from 95. I'm looking for an easy scratch here. Tape is drying up here. I want to see buyers step in and push it higher in order to save my ass, frankly. That doesn't happen. I get out. The fact that we're holding 95 though tells me that price could be moving up here. I'm watching the Q and the inside prints from the bid perspective. We move up and notice how it dries up at 25. Only 3 trades in the bid. That's bad. 95. Even only 9 trades. And then 26. Okay, we hold 50. It's probably the reason I get in. 25, 95 even. We're sitting there. Tape's empty, it's dry at 95 even. 1 trades there. 8 and 40, right? 23, 22, 21, 94, 75, 15, 95, 25, 12. Notice that there's a 12 there and a 95, 25. See the 30 trade at 25, and then the one. That actually looks like a sound rotation in my favor. But we come up to 25, we come up to 50, and somebody immediately sells off. So there's either a sell program going there, they're just trying to push prices lower, or it's somebody getting out. The fact that it moved down and in lockstep and the order sizes were relatively close makes me think it was a seller who either intelligently got out or it's just sell pressure. I personally think it's sell pressure. I got out for a tick loss. I think I would have let this run a little bit more because of the buy pressure initially from 95 to 95.25. The fact that we dried up at 95.50 on 6 is disheartening, of course. But the fact that we held 95 even and now we're upticking makes me think that I had the initial correct read. We're going to watch it two more times. Can you guys tell I'm fried? Because I'm thinking here instead of watching the review. 16 at 25. 10. 95 even, right? Two trades, 30 trades, 95.25. If I see an uptick to 50, I think I'm good to go. I see the uptick to 50, I think it's time to go. Right, we come down. Immediately sellers hit it 2 ticks lower, 223s. From 16 to 23. 94.75. We're pushing lower now. Tape dries up at 94.75. This probably would have been the trade to watch instead of taking the tick loss. The fact that we came to 95 now and we're sitting there tells me that the market doesn't want to move lower. That sell pressure that was initially there for the 2 ticks at 25 and 50 is gone, which is good news for me. Despite that, I get out for a 1 tick loss. I take the same trade again here. First, the absorption of the 10 at 95.25. The absorption of the 10 at 95 even. The buy pressure at 95.25. Right, so see how 10 is absorbed at 95 even. We hit there and we move up. Seller also disappears on the inside prints at 25. He only throws 4 instead of 10, meaning they don't want to continue to move up. Then buyers step in at 26, and that's why price moves up. They step in at 26 at 95.25. Now we jump 2 ticks aggressively. We come back down to 50. If I can get a lucky bid at 25 here, I'm good to go. Also 23 trades at 50, 95, 50 from the buy side on the inside prints. That's a further indication of strength. Buyers are willing to pay the highest price possible, meaning the market is probably shifting in my favor back to value. If they can get through 96, we're probably going up to 96.75 a couple ticks later. 33 trades 50, and they don't bid 25, they bid 50. That's beautiful. And then the tape dries up. I want to see if that's absorption. It looks like it is absorption. Notice how it goes from 13 to 11. So somebody tries to sell and hold it down at 50. Yeah, 11 trades. Then 2, 95.75. And they come up. Yeah, they get absorbed at 96.50. See how 16 trades and they move higher? So the seller, active participant, gets strung up, and the Q, the pulls, yeah. Um, 20, and then we move higher. The other one I wanted to watch is here, 122, 608, 122.25 at 49.25. 122.25. There it is. 49. Or is it at 608? This is 122, right? $49.25 at 608. Okay, first of all, there's no rotation. Now there is. We're moving lower here, 53.50. I think this is the trade where I ride it in the opposite direction for 8 ticks. Is it 149? Why isn't this trade here? That's just me pulling an order. This trade is gone. This is so messed up. Forget it. Forget it. Okay, that's all. It's bedtime.